Hey y'all, I am back with the second part of my shopping from the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo that was held in July, where I met up with three of my amazing friends and we spent a few days just hanging out, did some shopping, of course, and just laughing and crafting and chatting, and it was absolutely wonderful. And if you ever have an opportunity to do something like that with your friends, take it, do it, um, because it's just a very, very good time. There are no distractions, nothing going on in the back of your head going, let me unload the dishwasher. Oh, let me throw in a load of laundry. It is just nothing but 100% girl time. And I have the best friends. They're just amazing. They're so kind and generous and sweet and thoughtful. And I really wanted to kind of treat them a little bit this year. So I bought them some things and made some things and kind of did it like you do at a crop you go to pay that you pay to go to, where throughout the event you get a little something, as a gift. I really wanted to do that for them this year because, they fly and I drive, and I'll bring a lot of the snacks because they're flying, and I bring a lot of the tools that we all can use because they're flying, because they have the weight of luggage or baggage, and what they're buying to take back with them, to consider in the weight of their suitcases. And it was the first time I got to actually touch Curly Q Scrapper because we have been crafting online for years now. And it was so wonderful to hug her. I got to see Scrappy Jenny K again and give her a big hug. And I got to see Scylla at Scylla Choice Bits of Bliss and give her another hug. So I got to see her twice this year because I saw her in March. And it was just an amazing time. So mainly what is in this stack is from a company called Scrap That NJ. So I'm guessing that's New Jersey. And they sell a lot of simple stories, and it's inexpensive. All of the embellishments were $2. Used to be $2, but they went up to $2.29, which is still an awesome price. But last year when I went, I bought so much that I had duplicates of what I had already bought. So my plan was kind of not to, embellishment wise, purchase anything that I didn't buy the collection for. So I just wanted to kind of match up what I was buying to what was there. But I did get some enamel dots, and I just basically got kind of the clear ones. And so I didn't care what collection they belonged to because I just put them in with my other enamel dots. I don't keep these separate. I keep them by color. But in case you're interested, this is Simple Vintage Scary Stories. And like I said, $2.29. This one is the color palette, the Simple Vintage Essentials Color Palette Warm. See, they're kind of shiny and kind of translucent looking. This one is the Simple Vintage Essentials Color Palette Cool. And then this one is For the Record, which I can't remember if I had these already. I don't think we got them in the Create and Inspire event. If we did, I don't remember using them. Okay, I did pick up some things from Cider and Donuts. I had bought the collection pack, and this was a collection that Scylla was waiting to buy at the Expo, and somehow she missed it. So I wanted her to take it, and she didn't want to, and she gave me her My Sweet Petunia glue gun because I have some problems with my hands. She bought herself another one and gave me hers, and was really, really sweet. So if she wouldn't have taken it right there when we were packing our stuff up to leave, I tried to give it to her again, and she finally accepted it, and I was so happy for it, because if she hadn't taken it, I was going to send her one. 'Cause I just was. So I have the embellishments for this. I wanted to give her the embellishments, but she had already bought the embellishments either there, or she had the embellishments already. So I have the big bits. And I'm not going to open these up because you probably have seen them if you don't already own them. But $2.29. Here are the foam stickers. Oh, there's another glitter enamel dots. Now this is Santa's Village. And then I picked these up last year, and I picked them up again because this is just a basic black foam stickers. And let's see, they're just called Simple Vintage Essentials, and they have just the tiny amount of text on them. So who doesn't need or can use a black alphabet letter, because you can put them on any page. Okay, so I did pick up, oh, stuff's not in order that I had thought I had put it in. This is the Cider and Donuts card chipboard stickers, $2.29. And this belongs here. Okay, so this was the Holiday Life, and it is from 2023, and I really don't pay too much attention to Christmas collections because I have a lot, but I thought this one was just a good basic Christmas collection, and I don't remember how much it was. It wasn't full price. But in this, you get the cut apart sheets, the 12 by 12 cardstock stickers, the simple page pieces, the 6 by 12 chipboard, and the journal bits and pieces. So if I see a collection that's coming out from Simple Stories and I absolutely love it and want to pre-order it, I get the essential kit. And I leave the rest alone. I save it for either if the Scrap That is at the Expo, because I have an abundance of Simple Stories. So this is what I try to limit myself to when I'm paying for something full price, because this is plenty, because there's so many embellishments to, if you look at the embellishment ratio to paper ratio, unless you are buying multiple pieces of each paper, you don't need to buy every single embellishment in that line. And that's just kind of telling me that's their big money maker. These companies, I think their big money maker are the embellishments, because if you look at the paper to the ephemera ratio, it's a lot more stickers and die cuts and chipboard and rub-ons and sticker books than there is paper. Because if you know, we all know, if you're really on a budget, you've got plenty of things that you can cut out of the paper or if you have a collection of die cuts, there's plenty of alternatives to buying all the embellishments. I did pick up another one of these, the Simple Stories Front Porch Kit. I did pre-order this, and I got one collection, and I did buy some of the, I think I got the Essential Kit, so I did just buy another collection kit, so I'd have some more of this paper, because there was a deal, and now I can't remember what the deal, but if you bought, I think 4, you ended up paying $5 for one of them, so that was a good deal. And then I got the Snow Pine Lodge, which was released in 2024, last year, because it was not as expensive as buying the kit if you bought it online. I don't know what they're up to. Are they up to like $14.99, $15.99? Because some of these papers I may not be able to use because there's snow at Snow Pine Lodge. But we have some cute B-sides, and just this overall color theme was adorable. And because it was a sale price, I picked it up because I live in the South. We did see snow last year, but it does not happen very often. And what we actually had snow, but normally what we have, what we would call snow, people who live in the snow, you know, they laugh at us. So I did get the foam stickers because I did not have these, and $2.29. I got the bits and pieces, $2.29. It's amazing. You know, if that was full price, I would have never bought it. But for $2.29, I'll get my $2.29 out of it. And the chipboard stickers. Like, I really don't see a need for the ice skates. The snowflakes. There's not too much on here that I would say, it's just, you know, snow and winter. And then, that was it. That's all I bought from the Simple Stories. And then the last thing I have to share was from the Keep It Simple. This I thought was adorable. I bought it because I thought it was adorable. I had no idea in mind of what I would use it for, but I loved the colors. And I'm going to open this one up and show it to you. And it does say, I've already opened it up and looked at it. It has a bonus cut apart sheet. And I will say it has a little bit of a gloss to it. Oh, that's not, I don't know if you can tell. You can tell when the light hits it. There's a little bit of a gloss to it, and I know some people don't like that, and they won't buy collections that have shiny paper, and it is a little bit different when you work with it, because it does have a different feel. It's more of a slick and smooth. You know, there's, you know, well, some papers have no texture at all. But it is just a little more of a slick surface. But I kind of look at it like it's going in a page protector, which is shiny. So it doesn't make that much a difference to me. But it is a little bit different when you are creating with it. Here's a little polka dot. So you get 2 of each pattern. I love these little houses that have like the the quilting on them. See, you have some quilting on the roofs and just some little quilt blocks in the house. I thought this was adorable because you could use it in strips. You can cut squares out of it. Bigger squares. You can cut it on the diagonal. There's so many different options using this paper right here. And this is the B-side. I'll call it the B-side, which is probably not something I would use it as. I might use this as a mat and hide the words because it is kind of sewing based. And I don't sew. Not with a sewing machine. I have one. We do use it on occasion for actual sewing, hemming. My husband knows how to sew, but I've attempted to sew on paper. But I mean, I need to practice with it and get comfortable with it. I'm just not comfortable with it. Here is a plaid. And then see, here's some little sewing machines, which are cute, but I probably wouldn't have a use for this pattern, but this plaid I like. I love this floral. It kind of reminds me, looking at it now, it kind of reminds me just a little bit of Mary Englebright. But this isn't her, like, color she uses, but just the style of the flowers kind of reminds me a little bit of her. And then we have this real pretty green on the opposite side. And then we have this like line with stitches, either vertical or horizontal, you know, depending which way you want to use it. And then we have this little, I'm going to call it a wreath, this little quilted wreath. And it's like it's got little bitty stitches, faint stitches around it. So we met one of the guys that was working the booth, and he, if you watch Michelle McCants on YouTube, she designs for them. And we got to meet somebody that she works with that she's never met him in person. Well, we got to meet him in person, and Scylla took some pictures to send to Michelle, and because some of her layouts are featured in their booth because she is on their design team. And here's a cute little cut apart sheet with some various sizes of items to cut out. And the back side of that is blank. And so I picked up the die cut pieces. There are quite a few in here. I'll pull them out really quickly and kind of spread them out. Now these are not shiny, these are matte. Look at these adorable houses, phrases. There's safety pins. I saw some, oh, here's a little needle and thread. Look at that, a little needle and thread. Some little push pins. Here's some little stitches, an embroidery hoop. We have that cute little sewing machine, which I think is adorable. Some hearts, and then we have some circle designs with different things. Here's a measuring tape. Here is a stack of quilts. And I actually just thought of a layout I could use, and I could use a sewing machine. I have a quilt